To the quick demonstration of Scenario Planning Advisor or SPA. There are many features that SPA implements. In this demonstration, I will only show a few of these features. First, let me show you how a typical user will use SPA on perhaps daily basis. That is to provide some risk drivers of interest and let SPA generate scenarios. Here, the system will translate the problem into an AI planning problem, call an AI planning service, which is the tool implemented by this team in order to search through thousands of possible future paths based on the selected risk driver and group them into scenarios. Here we see 4 scenarios that were generated. The SPA presents both textual as well as graphical view of these scenarios. For each scenario, we see 2 categories, probable and possible. The drivers that show up in these categories show up not because of some probabilistic projection, but based on how many of these plans contain these drivers. We also have some threshold that's adjustable by the user. Now, let's look at a graphical view of a scenario. Now, with respect to color coding, the green are the drivers that we selected. The yellow are business implications. These are the drivers that have some importance to your business. And blue are leading indicators. These are drivers that are a combination of early and discriminatory. They tend to lead to this scenario and not others. Observing these leading indicators could alert us as to which scenario is likely to occur. Now, to interpret this scenario graph, look at any node. The arcs from that node tell what that node might lead to, where it to occur. So in this graph, we have, for example, a natural disaster will lead to business or supplier disruption, which will lead to weakening economic environment, which will lead to lack of business investment and opportunities, and so on and so forth. So these graphs alert decision makers not only to business impact, but also to understand the events that could lead to these impacts. Furthermore, exploring the generated scenarios will assist them to carry on risk conversation for their business. Users are able to do what-if analysis by selecting a different set of risk drivers. Now, let's very quickly look at the model, which is aggregation of all the causal pairs. This is a huge search space which no human can potentially reason about, but SPA is able to do very quickly and automatically. Now, let's go through a process of creating a new model from causal extraction. Now, here, in short, SPA will use deep neural network-based language models and language processing to extract from documents the causal knowledge needed to craft a planning model.